So pricing for the Asus ROG Xbox Ally X was announced, and to no one's surprise, it is expensive. The retail prices on this is going to be $999, or basically $1,000, versus the regular Ally, which is at $599 or $600. So what are you getting for that additional $400? Well, it really comes down to three main areas. First of which is the processor. You are getting the faster processor with the AMD Ryzen AI Z2 Extreme versus the regular Z2. You are getting more memory, 24 gigs of DDR5, but it is running at a faster 8000 megahertz versus the 16 gig, which is going to have 6400 megahertz. You're also getting more storage at 1 terabyte versus 512, and more I/O port options. So you definitely are getting more power, but is it really more value for your money? In my opinion, no. For $1,000, you could actually get any of the Xbox consoles. You could get a PlayStation 5 console, Nintendo console. You could get a really good laptop or even build your own PC. And all around, it is going to give you a better gaming experience than this handheld. And it's not just Asus, of course. There's many companies that makes these Windows-based handhelds. And one of the biggest ones is Lenovo with their Legion Go series. So they do have a SteamOS version, which is lower spec at $650 versus their Windows version, which is at $760. And so I really feel that these handhelds are getting way too expensive and overpriced. And Windows-based handhelds have been around for a very long time. It's just that before, it wasn't really built for handhelds. They just basically put Windows on it. And a lot of these were from Chinese companies just putting Windows on handheld devices. And there have definitely been Windows handheld devices that have been $1,000 or more before. It's just that this is now more mainstream for gamers out there. And it's just way too much. And I think a lot of these companies are just testing the waters. You know, they're going to keep increasing prices, and it's not just the hardware, it's software, it's services. They're doing it everywhere just to see if consumers will actually buy into it. And obviously, if they do buy into it, then they're going to continually keep increasing these prices. And that, I think, is a shame for all the gamers out there. I don't really feel that gaming nowadays is built for gamers. It's really built for these companies to make as much money and to regain as much control, containing as much control as possible. And even though this sounds like more gloom and doom, I kind of feel like in terms of the whole handheld gaming devices, I feel Steam Deck is probably the best overall in terms of providing value, even more so than the Nintendo Switch, because those prices, especially with the Switch 2, have just gotten out of control as well. So at least with the Steam Deck right now, you can get a Steam Deck for as low as right now with a sale price of $319 up to $650. The regular price on this is $399 or $400. And so I still feel that even with older hardware, they are giving better value for gamers out there. And whenever the latest one comes out for the Steam Deck, I do hope that Valve continues that trend of providing a lot of value to gamers and giving them a lot of options when it comes to which type of handheld gaming device that they want. And so, yeah, those are my thoughts and mini rant on this whole crazy pricing on these handhelds. It's just really ridiculous in my opinion, and I'm definitely not the target audience for this. So if you actually had any thoughts on this, be sure to leave it in the comments area below, and I'll see you on another episode.